hear a lot of wind. It wasn't that windy. There was a good strong wind, but the casing in the GoPro camera with the open back tends to amplify the sound of the wind. Yeah, so that's why it sounds like I'm flying in a storm, but it really wasn't that bad. I was flying in about 5 to 7, 8 mile-an-hour winds. Although it was a little strong for the little plane, the plane did manage to quite well in this wind. I had planned to fly a little bit higher than usual, but as you can tell, the winds did start speeding up. Once I gained some altitude, like in that little area there, I could feel the resistance. So I tried to keep it a little bit closer to the ground where I could recover in case of an emergency, but not too high where I was getting knocked around by the wind. Maybe next time. Now, coming out of that flyby, I did cut the throttle to slow down a bit. The wind was helping me keep my speed, but once I turned into the wind, I stalled. Since I was close to the ground, it just went down. The reason it looked like it was going so slow is because I slowed it down. I wanted to show the detail of the stall and where I augured in. Pretty neat with this new version of iMovie. Now I am flying the plane with the recommended equipment. I'm running a 25 amp Turnigy speed controller with a NTM 2826 1200 kV motor and a 9x6 prop. I don't have a spinner on there, so it doesn't have that extra weight to spin around, just the prop adapter. With that setup, it did fly very well. It didn't feel sluggish. It didn't feel too heavy. It was maneuverable, but unfortunately the wind kept me from really opening up. But you can tell I had good speed, a good climb rate, a good roll rate, and a good barrel roll rate as well, even though I only did one and it's coming up soon. As you can see there, I did it's going vertical and rolling at the same time. Later in the video I do a vertical and I do about 2, maybe 3 rolls, and it handled well. Now, that was the only barrel roll I did. I was a little hesitant to do any type of risky maneuvers because that guy mowing the grass was there. Often, since I don't have a spotter, I couldn't see where it was at. I could hear him behind me anytime the plane was flying past me. And I was afraid I'd lose too much altitude or the breeze would knock it down and I'd go and hit him. So I was flying a little bit reserved, but the plane with that motor and the prop was quite capable. Now you see that stall, that little crash happened there happened because I stalled doing that loop, and when you saw it going down and it was doing that roll, that was not me, that was the wind and the stall actually rolling it. When it crashed, it did hit with the nose. If you look closely, you're gonna see that the front end of the plane is crumpled up, but really no structural damage did occur. Now there was no damage to the more delicate parts like the rudder and the stabilizer and elevator, but I did manage to strip the gears on one of the aileron servos. I don't know how. It hit nose first. I don't see how something that was trailing managed to get moved in such a way that the gears were stripped. Fortunately, I do have extra servos but I do intend to replace those gears. I do like those servos. See, as cheap as they are, I would like to continue using them. As you can see there, I am trying to figure out what's going on. There, I see that it's not responding. I was trying to take it back up, but the ailerons are responding. Eventually, I do figure it out. Another thing I actually had not even noticed until right now reviewing the video is there's a little crimp in one of the corners of the wing there. Nothing serious. One, the Adams poster board is very durable. Can take a lot of shock. It's very flexible. And two, the plane is actually covered in tape. The orange parts are not paint, it's actually orange tape, and everything that's white is clear tape. And of course it's white because the pushboard is white and tape is transparent. So it did help it remain some of the strength in the crash. Something else I did notice is the shaft of the prop of the motor is actually, I think, bent at this point. This is the second time I had a head-on crash. First in the Versa when I hit that playground equipment near there, and now this time. The good thing is the shaft isn't inside the motor, or it's actually attached in front of the bell. So I just need to replace that, and it should be good to go.